Hello and welcome to Postcard and a Pint. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Wills.
And today we're in England. We've come to Ironbridge, birthplace of the Industrial Revolution. In today's video we visit our favourite museum in the whole of the UK, Blists Hill Victorian Town. A full-on living and breathing and horse-slobbering working Victorian town. We'll frolic in the Foundry, bounce by the bakery and ask our bootmaker for cock. It's all in a day's work. We're about to go back in time more than 100 years to the age of Queen Victoria. Sadly, the parking charges are very 2022. Since our last visit, they've added this really cool entrance to get you immersed in the age of iron making and steam. Then it was out into the sunshine to live our best Victorian life. What we love about this museum is that you live it rather than read it. Everything is back as it was in Victorian times. This is the local bobby and a naughty Shire horse called Basil. First stop, Lloyds Bank. Well, that's one more bank than we have in our local town now. First thing we're going to do is change our money into old money in the bank. Come on!
You each get a sixpence for that.
Okay.
Fantastic.
You get a twopence as well.
Okay.
You get 2 pennies.
They encourage you to change a small amount of money into old currency to spend in the town. We changed £5 each and got about 12p. Then off we went to explore the town. First stop, the bike store. No e-bikes or even bikes with gears for that matter here. Just good old-fashioned pedal power. What a great day, and we've only just started. Changed up our money and we're now in the goods shed. This looks like it's where your goods would arrive or you'd take your goods to be sent out. Let's have a look around. The sense of nostalgia just exudes from every corner of this place. We love it. We're off to Blakemore's General Store. I guess this was your very first supermarket, a place that sold everything you'd need. Tesco's has come a long way. Seeing all of the old products was amazing. Some we still use today. We especially loved the Victorian iPad. On to the pharmacy we went. This is the dentist's. Looks like a torture chamber. They sell lots of old-fashioned remedies and handmade soaps. Wills decided to dip into his £5 or 12p to buy a lavender bag. Now, he just had to work out 2.5 pence.
I wasn't paying attention, you see.
Not paying attention, Wills. Not like you.
Penny.
Right, okay. And how much is...
Tuppence halfpenny, 2p.
Okay. So there's a half, so I need one more penny, don't I? That's
After
half.
much dithering, we got there, and the lavender pouch was bought.
Thank you very much.
You can't, you've worked it out. Smells good.
Thank you very much.
Back into town to continue our day. What a beautiful place. Into Messrs Matt Wixon's Fancy Goods Emporium we go. Have you been stealing cucumbers again, Wills? This chap was telling us all about dog licences at the time.
A traffic accident by running across the road and somebody, it meant that they claimed against the dog the licence, so the insurance was on that licence.
Okay.
I hope the dog had some cash. It's the simple things. Onwards.
Where's the pub? Is it back time yet?
No! the old-fashioned bootmakers and cobblers. Sadly, he wasn't there to ask him for cock. I guess we'll never know. We found the chippy. We're off for some old-fashioned chips, Victorian style. Come on. They cook these chips the old-fashioned way in beef dripping. Contrary to popular videos, we don't just eat chips.
Are they good as mannock and piss?
I don't know different. They're good. But we do always seem to eat chips when we're out and about. We sat down in the sunshine to enjoy our chips. We were harassed by these ducks and geese to share though.
Good chips.
Wills does seem to be a popular chap in this town, as you'll see. We're going in the sweet shop to get us a bag of sweets for the way home. Like you've not had enough junk food. We each got a 2-ounce bag for 2p. Lemon bonbons for me and sarsaparillas for Wills. This beautiful dog was getting an old-fashioned dog licence. You're a gorgeous girl. And you're going to be legal. Kisses. It's a fully working post office. This is the back of the post office, and it reminds me of my Auntie Maggie's house. She used to have a stone hearth that she'd scrub every day. Fascinating.
There is a museum through that door.
Oh, wow.
It was misleading.
Upstairs is a small museum dedicated to the history of the British Post Office. Imagine delivering post on that. You really get the sense that the post office was once a real hub in the community. Like banks, most villages no longer have one. Off to the Foundry. Sadly, there was no one casting at this time. He'd gone for his dinner. This is the butcher's, not loving all those dead things hanging up. We think this is a sausage maker. There was just time for a quick trip to the printers before... pub time! It's pint of Coke time. Yes, it was just for a pint of cola, but at 1 p.m. every day, there's a good old-fashioned sing-song round the piano at the New Inn. We couldn't wait.
There's no entertainment like the good old music hall. That's the place to go to when the evening shadows fall.
These two chaps were fantastic. Pretty soon the room was singing along with the old music hall hits.
My old man said follow the van, oh dilly-dally on the way. She was a dear little dear. Hit me with those birds! She sang to me till all.
We loved it. And Wills also found a Christmas poster on the way out. Can you bear it? Oh, and this is the other Shire horse, George. Hiya! I'm not gonna lie, I love this bloke. You get the feeling he's been here for years, possibly since Victorian times. God love him, we'd seen him manning the print shop, now he's making candles.
So by the time the cat gets all the way around once, it's ready for its next dip. 25 times round, you candle. Green candles, miners candles. My manager goes past your house, looks through the window, sees a green candle. That's it. You've probably lost your job, your house. Very, very strict on people there. And it's only a later date they discovered this copper oxide was poisonous. I found that out when the men were going down to work in the morning. Well, the mice and rats weren't running anymore. They'd been chewing at the bits of candle through the night, poisoned them. But it didn't
So the
matter.
moral of the story is, don't steal, borrow or eat green candles. This is the carpenters and sawmill for all your wooden goods. There's always one. Wills does seem to have owned a company to do with all things smoking. Oh, the bakery. They bake every morning and the smell in there is incredible. We bought a plain white tin loaf and a fruit loaf with our old pennies. We've been in the bakery. That's us tea sorted. This is the oldest building in the whole town. This building is currently the land registry in the museum. Now, it was originally built in 1550 and was a farmer's cottage, and then it became a Victorian public house, the Crown Inn. Booze! He's getting desperate. This is the Duke of Sutherland cottage, or doctor's cottage. The back 2 rooms are set up as a doctor's surgery. This lovely lady explained all about life in this house.
Brought here in the 1980s.
Okay.
It was originally part of the Duke of Sutherland's estate. So he provided some of his workers with properties to live in. So it was a mine manager and his family that were living here in the year 1900. So yeah, there were 8 of them in total.
Gosh.
Wow. And then, so next door originally would have been a second parlour. So this room would have been very functional. So you'd be here and between the scullery, food, cooking, cleaning, ironing, having a bath, all sorts. So next door was just for receiving guests or retiring in the evening. So where we've got the range here, next door is just the pub, just a nice fireplace. But now we've got it set out as a doctor's surgery.
Okay.
So we got donated the entire contents of a Victorian doctor's surgery.
And guess who found the outside lav? Wills. He's on the toilet. At the heart of the town are the most defining features of Ironbridge Gorge. These are the blast furnaces, now a major industrial monument. They look kind of sad, but beautiful.
Last time we were here, this fair was open, a few swings and things, but there's a coconut shy, and I won a coconut. I was given the chance of a bounty or a coconut, but of course I took the coconut because I was going to make the best coconut curry. But I didn't, and 6 months later we threw the coconut because it had gone manky. Ah well.
Should have taken the bounty.
Should have taken the bounty, and I wish it was open today because I would have won another coconut today.
Moral of the story, always take the chocolate. This is the old blacksmith's. And that's an idiot. That's the inclined lift that will take you up to the canal if walking is an issue. This is the Shelton Toll House. Again inside, it was furnished as it would have been in the 1900s.
Well, while this was set up, the furnaces, all the coal, the iron ore and the limestone, it was all mined on site.
The smell in the room was amazing. A beautiful coal fire that had just cooked an authentic stew. This is the church. Social distancing, Victorian style. Shabby, yet also wonderful. Then it was a walk through the woods to find the inclined plane. Past a few mine openings on the way. And there she is, the Hay Incline Plane, an incredible feat of Victorian engineering. What a way to move goods down a hillside. And this is the squatter's cottage. This would have been home to about 10 people. Now this was new since we'd last visited. This is the only surviving complete River Severn trow boat. It was built in 1894 by William Hurd to trade in the Bristol Channel. Trows were cargo boats with masts that could be taken down so they could fit under the river's bridges. It's a cool exhibition. Time for some education. We're off to school. This is where you'd have learnt your reading, writing and arithmetic. Then it was back up into town to visit the last few places. This is the locksmiths. Nice lock. Then the engineers. Nice engine. This is Steamroller Billy. Wills is producing woodbines now, wild ones at that. A sagger maker's bottom knocker sounds like a job for Wills.
Traditional bottle kilns, yeah? These big structures here. To fill a bottle kiln up, imagine you've got all your little twiddly fiddly bits of china. How are you going to put them in the kiln? You can't just put them in loose. You've got to put them in something, and what you put them in is something which is fireproof, which is a clay box called a sagger.
Okay. Wow.
Bottom knockers make the bottoms of saggers because they have one of these. So you would need one of these, sir, if you'd like to have a go with that.
Yeah.
That is a piece of rope.
Weight to it, isn't it?
Yeah. That does the job. That does the job for you. Okay? The weight of that, basically.
So to sum it up, a sagger is a large pot to put the little pots in to fire them in the kiln. A bottom knocker makes the bottom of the sagger dish shaped by hitting it. And if you were to put her and Wills in a fight, my money would be on her. Maybe not the job for you, Wills.
Because I make saggers. So I'm a bottom knocker.
A last wander through on our way out took us to the old photographers. And this is the haberdashery shop. And then, of course, out through the obligatory gift shop. We've just finished at the museum, Blists Hill Museum. It was absolutely fantastic. That is one museum I'd say is definitely worth the entry fee. £21.50 per person. We've jumped in the car, we've come 6 minutes down the road. We're now in Ironbridge. To help you park, we've used what 3 words? Bulges, helped, detection. Let's go check it out. Wills loved this. He was convinced the eyes were real. I believe it's a marker for the Mercian Way cycle path. Ironbridge is such a pretty village. Most famous for this. It's Ironbridge, and being described as the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution. This bridge was the first of its kind, fabricated from cast iron. Construction began in 1779, and the bridge opened on New Year's Day in 1781.
Rachel's just pointed out there is a Christmas shop in Ironbridge.
Every time!
Oh yes, baby.
One day we'll go somewhere where he doesn't find either a Christmas poster or shop. Thankfully, this one was small. We went for a roam through the back streets. It was incredibly charming. And very steep. Apparently, Billy Wright, legendary captain of England and Wales football teams, grew up here. Who knew? What a beautiful place. We'd been walking for ages now. It was time for a pint of shandy. Ooh, this looks nice.
Well, what a lovely day that was. We're now at the Tontine pub, or the Tontine Hotel in Ironbridge. The lovely Ironbridge is just over there. Stop for a quick shandy before we go home. And it's been a really fun day. The museum was better than I remembered it being. We have been before, I think we said that. And yeah, so good day all around. Cheers.
So, as Will said, we've stopped for a pint of lager shandy in Ironbridge. Ironbridge, what a cute little place. There's not masses here, there's the bridge, obviously, but the little streets are so quaint. There's some lovely little shops and a Christmas shop, yes, I know. But anyway, I think if you were going to come and do all the museums, because there's loads of museums to do with the Industrial Revolution around here, what a beautiful little place to base yourself. So yeah, come to Ironbridge, you won't be disappointed. So, as we say in Postcard and a Pint, cheers to the good times!
Bloke walking through the countryside, walking through a field, gets to a farm, gets to a gate with a farmer stood next to the gate. And there's a sign on this gate and it says, apples 20p a bag, pears 30p a bag, potatoes 60p a bag, and paracetamols £1 a bag. And the guy says, why are you selling paracetamols? And this bloke says, 'cause I'm a farmer, see?
Oh.